Hello! In this lesson, I'm going to give you all the essential tips and techniques that you need to know to be successful with bar charts for IELTS Writing Task 1. We're going to look at each paragraph, and I'm going to show you what information you need to put in each paragraph and how to write it. This is the bar chart we're going to use for this lesson, so let's have a look. The chart shows the expenditure of 2 countries on consumer goods in 2010. IELTS will always give you a description of the chart, and this is key information that you need to read to understand the meaning of your bar chart. Now, when we look at the bar chart, we can see that down the vertical axis here, so at the side we've got all the different amounts of money that the 2 countries spend. Along the bottom, so that's the horizontal axis, we've got all the different types of consumer goods. So we've got 5 different types of consumer goods: cars, computers, books, perfume, and cameras. And if we look further, we can see that the 2 countries, we've got one in blue and one in red, we've got France and the UK. So that is our bar chart for this lesson. Let's have a look at our paragraphs. The first paragraph that you will need to write is your introduction. Then you will have something called an overview. After that, you've got 2 body paragraphs. For the introduction, we need to paraphrase this statement here, the information that IELTS gives you. We need to write it again in our own words. Let me show you how to do that now. Here is our introduction. Let me show you how I wrote it. Now, the first 2 words, the chart, you can see they are the same. I have not changed those words, and I don't recommend that you should. A chart is a chart, a graph is a graph, a table is a table. You do not need to paraphrase every word because not all words can be paraphrased successfully in English. It is normal for a Band 9 score to have some words the same. Now let's move on to the overview. The overview is the most important paragraph in your IELTS Writing Task 1. This is where you collect all the key features and put them together in one overview statement. The examiner is looking for the overview. If you have no overview, you will not get above Band 5 for task achievement. If you have an overview, that's Band 6. If you have a clear overview, that's Band 7. Before I show you how to write your overview, let's look at the key features. If you look at the chart, you'll see that in red is the UK and in blue is France. Key features are about the high points and the low points. For the UK, we can see that most of the spending was on cars. For France, it's the same. Both countries spent the most money on cars. If we look at the lower end, for the UK, the least amount of money was spent on perfume, and for France, it was cameras. Is there another key feature? Yes. You need to look at which country spent more money overall. You can see that there is more red than blue, so the UK spent more money than France. Now let's write the overview. We start with the word overall. This is a very good technique because it helps the examiner quickly identify the overview. Overall, the expenditure of the UK was higher than that of France. Then we move on. This sentence uses linkers like while and compared to. Instead of repeating the country names, I use nationalities. Both the French and the British spent the most money on cars. Now let's look at the body paragraphs. First, a rule. You must divide the body paragraphs. You cannot have only one body paragraph. You are being tested on organization and paragraphing. One way to organize the body paragraphs is to group cars, perfume, and cameras together because they represent the highest and lowest figures. Then the second body paragraph would include computers and books. Now let's look at how to write the body paragraph. In terms of cars, the UK spent around $450,000. We say around because we cannot see the exact number, as opposed to exactly $400,000 in France. Then we move on to books. The expenditure on books in the UK was higher than in France, and we still need to support this with data. Be careful not to use too many numbers in one sentence. That's how you write the body paragraphs. Well, that's all for this lesson. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to ABC IELTS, and share it with anyone preparing for IELTS.